In today's news, taxpayer dollars may be used to bail out the financially failing Solid Energy. The state-owned company has debts of almost $400 million, has a negative cash flow and is involved in discussions with its banks. Finance Minister Bill English isn't ruling out the government making a cash injection to keep it afloat.
Who contributes to its recovery is a matter that will be discussed over the next month or so between the company, the banks and the Treasury. 90% of prisoners can neither read nor write, so the government and Opal Polytechnic plan to work together to try and bring that number down. A new scheme will see 2,000 prisoners spend 10 hours a week studying courses such as career and work and life skills, as well as NCEA levels 1 and 2. Corrections Minister Anne Tolley believes the places will be snapped up.
There is a queue forming already. I spoke to 2 women today that had signed up, registered last night, were going through their assessments, and there are another 4 who indicated they'd put their names down.
A new revised code of practice has made changes to how infant formula can be distributed in disasters. Manufacturers will now have to give donations to designated health agencies to control. Infant Nutrition Council Chief Executive Jane Carey says manufacturers can only distribute samples of their products through health practitioners.
Samples can be a big help for parents and for health workers, but you don't want them to be giving them out as a marketing tool.
The United Nations has called for the formation of an international network to monitor the threat posed by asteroids and other near-Earth objects. Experts from the UN Office of Outer Space Affairs meeting in Vienna say they are drafting a proposal for a coordinated response and establishing 2 working groups to consider defences against large objects that could impact the Earth. The UN office is preparing for objects which are bigger than 1 kilometre and would have global consequences if they hit Earth. A new optic fibre duct facility in Porirua may provide opportunities to export into Asia. Swedish company Ericsson is to open the new facility that will bring 30 jobs to Porirua. Australia and New Zealand Communications Manager Selena O'Connor says while they are focusing on opening this facility, further opportunities will be explored.
Potentially, with the innovation that is happening at the plant, we'll be able to produce products that will be available for export to the Asia Pacific region.
The government is standing by its decision to shut Māori stakeholders out of 4G spectrum allocation. Instead, their interests will be covered by a $30 million fund. Māori Party co-leader Tariana Turia has dismissed the offer, but Communications and IT Minister Amy Adams thinks the fund will create opportunities.
The opportunities I see are in things like potentially Māori ICT scholarships, enhancing digital literacy, looking perhaps at increasing connectivity of marae. So there's some really exciting ways we can look to transition how we protect Māori language and culture.
Double-decker buses are on their way to Auckland to give extra capacity to the city's public transport capabilities. Ritchie's Transport will begin an operation between Albany and Britomart in mid-March. Ritchie's Managing Director Andrew Ritchie says they have been running double-decker tourism buses for the last decade and know where they can and cannot go. And that's today's news. Māori ora.